How's it going, everyone? This is Paul Garcia, ProjectSpurs.com. Here to bring you an update on exactly what is going on with the Knicks and the Spurs and Marcus Morris, this whole situation that's coming upon the Spurs right now and the Knicks. So let's first begin, actually, not even with Morris, and let's begin with Reggie Bullock. So ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski and also Yahoo's Chris Haynes both reported in different ways that Reggie Bullock and the Knicks are basically going ahead and wipe that agreement, that 2 years, 21 million they had agreed to, and they're going to start restructuring a new deal because there were some red flags found in Bullock's physical, I guess is what the reporting says on one of the reports. So basically, the Knicks and Bullock want to definitely, work together and be on the same team next year, but it looks like there's going to be a lower amount because it looks like there's some injury issue right now with Bullock, so he probably won't get that full 2 years, 21 million that they had verbally agreed to. So I think in this situation, the most likely outcome is that Bullock's probably taken the Knicks' room exception. So this room exception down here, I'm going to go ahead and put Bullock's name because that's probably where the Knicks have the only money left to give Bullock would probably be the room exception worth 4.7 million or, times two, about almost close to 10 million, close to that. So 2 years, 10 million if they want to go that route. So right now we're thinking Bullock's getting this room exception. Now here's where Marcus Morris's name comes in here. Now that this has happened, Marcus Morris is able to get a little bit more money from the Knicks than he would have gotten with the Spurs. So right now, since the Spurs are an over-the-cap team, the most they can offer is the non-taxpayer mid-level exception of $9.2 million. Here's why the Knicks can offer more right now to Morris and why he's thinking about, basically not taking the Spurs' offer and instead going to New York. So right now, as you can see with these different cap holds for New York, the Knicks can offer him $12 million at this time. Well, they can actually get more money for him depending on some more decisions they make. If they renounce these three players who we probably think are coming back, John Jenkins, Henry Ellenson, and Billy Garrett, if they renounce those three cap holds, well, guess what? They can now offer Morris $13.1 million. Again, $4 million more than the Spurs right now. This is something that Jeff Seigel brought up of early bird rights, that it's a tough decision for New York, but if they really, really wanted to get Morris close to $15 million that's been reported, they probably have to waive Damian Dotson, who's on a really good contract, a really good young developing player. But if they do that, well, then guess what? They do get to close to that $15 million. They're at 14.7 with this decision. Now, they could potentially get to 15 flat, depending on what these players, Julius Randle, Bobby Portis, Taj Gibson, Wayne Ellington, and Alfred Payton, depending on what these guys get in year one of their contracts, if it's a little bit less, on a few of them or on all of them, it just depends. Well, then they can probably get close to that $15 million to offer Marcus Morris. Right now, we haven't got those specific numbers in just yet. As far as checking BasketballInsiders.com, this is where I put those figures that they were reporting. These were just estimates for these players. So again, if these numbers are a little bit lower for some of these new free agents the Knicks got, well, then they can potentially give Morris that $15 million. Just to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and say $14,500 for Morris right now. Okay, so let's just say $14,500 just for Morris, and it could get up to 15. Well, there it is. It works. It works under the cap for the Knicks. They're able to get Marcus Morris, and then of course if they want to give Bullock the room exception, they have that to offer him as well. So that's kind of where we're waiting on. We're waiting on first to see what happens with Reggie Bullock. Whether or not he and the Knicks can come to agreement on changing his offer to a lower amount, most likely the room exception. And then from there, will Morris really, back out of the deal with the Spurs and take the more money that the Knicks can offer? And something to watch too is, whether or not the Knicks do have to waive Damian Dotson to get Morris if that's the case. So that's kind of where everything stands. We'll kind of keep updated. Right now that I'm recording this video, it's Wednesday, 11 p.m. Central Time on July 10th. So, in case that Morris does sign somewhere, whether it's Spurs or Knicks, you know why this is made at this time. So hopefully that clears up the situation with Morris and kind of explains it a little bit better. For Project Spurs, I'm Paul Garcia. Thanks. Have a great day.